the thoughts of our mind and the meditations of our hearts be raised now, O Lord. This weekend, the youth here, we gathered not just in fellowship with friends and Hiram conference, one more chance to see everyone, but we got to learn something. And this weekend, we got to learn this guy, how to guide our hearts with our heads, from this very boring guy on the video. His name was Paul, and you can tell he was reading from the teleprompter the entire time. So I just went back and forth, and he never looked any other direction. But that teleprompter had some great messages, and it started with these 3 Ds. We have to discover first. Discover our media. And when he talked about discovering, it was all about what is the media trying to tell us? What is the underlying message of this media? We got to watch a fun music video, and then we got to learn how bad that music video was. Because we discovered everything that was in it. And when you sit there and we discover this music video, you realize that nothing out there can just be enjoyed for entertainment value. Because there's always someone or somebody who makes these videos or music or types out these tweets or something, whatever the medium may be, and they've got a reason they're doing it. They might be buying a product or sending a message, and it takes a lot to learn how to discover this message and learn what we're trying to learn. And that was just the first step. After we got that first step, we had to discern. We had to go to God and question what the message was, and how, once we questioned this message, we had to decide or discern if it was what we should be listening to as Christians. Was it a message that was pure, something that didn't conform us to this world, something that we could be transfigured by? Or was it just something that was pretty not good? Which a lot of stuff isn't. And as much as we all think that we can just, once we discern it's not good, just shut it out, just shutting it out isn't the right answer. We can't live this sheltered bubble Christian life. Because not even Jesus lived this sheltered bubble Christian life. In Lent, or when he was going into the desert, he walked out there all by himself as a test. And yeah, he wandered for 40 days by himself, but the true test was when the devil showed up, tempted him, questioned him, made him try to break. And if we just live our bubble life, we're proving we can just push everything away. But as Christians, we need to learn that it's not pushing everything away. It's making that active-minded decision to say, I don't need that in my life. I don't want that in my life. And acknowledging that if it does pop in your life, it's not part of your life. It's something that is just come and went. And it's going to leave nothing of value to you. The last D that Walt gave us was decide. The decision we made with this media. This decision of, what do we do with it now? And it's going to be hard, especially for a lot of the youth, and even after attending 2 other Midwinters and hearing this message, it's really hard to start deciding on what you're going to do with your media. And it's not a fast-paced task. It's really slow. It can be painful at moments when you're going through and you're like, that song's not good at all. That song's not good at all. Oh, I've got 4 songs left. And you get to that moment where you're like, what have I been doing with my life as a Christian, with all this media that's in my life? What the TV shows I watch and the music I listen to? But I feel that as Christians, we can make this active-minded decision to try and find what's good in it. What's good in some of these messages that we find. And then share that. And that's where we came up with the 4th D. Well, I didn't come up with it. They came up with it to me after I gave the phrase that didn't start with D, and that's deliver. Because now we have to deliver these messages that we get from the media. And even though some music videos, like we watch, may have bad things in them, Jesus can dance pretty good in Party Rock Game. And that's something that we need to deliver to others. That Jesus is a fun guy. And that he's someone that you want to be friends with. Even though the rest of that music video may not be the best thing. The message that you wanted to tell others about you is that Jesus can break it down. And when we go home from this, it's always sad to see everyone part. But then these lessons are going to stay with us. And they're going to stay with us. And I hope everyone that came here talks about how this made a difference at camp for you. You talk to your friends about media that I thought I could make. The media that you now are discerned and how much difference your life can be when you learn to be more with God. And to close up, I want to thank the church and everyone that's helped us. And there's only one way I know how to thank a place with a bunch of youth, and that is an official. And it's more than that, because I want a double official for everyone who helped, housed us, cooked, and this church for letting us be here. So if all the youth, please join me in a double official.